So our solution is the Easy Command automatic reversing loop module, and we're about to try and figure out how we're going to wire it up. So the theory is that in this loop here we're going to have one reversing loop module here. We're going to break the track round about here, maybe actually right up close here. We'll put some plastic isolators in there. We'll then do the same up here, and we'll install the reversing module. So let's see how that works out. Alright, so our first job is to come in here and replace these metal rail connectors with a couple of plastic ones. So yeah, it's probably not going to focus in there. These are just clear plastic. Butterfingers. It's difficult to get that set up. So that's one of the two in place. Now we'll go do the same for the other one. We'll take a little bit more care this time. So simply unplug the two middle ones, plug in these plastic ones. Alright, so now here I'll show you that the track's isolated by running a train. So here comes the train, hits the isolator, and obviously no power past that point. And we'll do the same the other way. Bring the train through, out into the loop, hits the isolator, no power. So now it's time to actually install the reversing module, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So here's what we're going to do. The Easy Command module here is pretty easy, no pun intended. Input, that's going to connect up to the side of the track before the isolator, and an output that's going to connect up to the track just after the isolator, per our instructions, which we've of course read thoroughly. Now this guy comes with a piece of wire that's set up for Easy Track. I don't have Easy Track, obviously, so the first thing I've got to do is a little surgery on these wires, whereby we're going to snip off the connector that comes with. We're going to bare these wires so that we can use this to attach both to the live side of the track as well as to the reversing loop that we're trying to get installed here. So will leave me fighting with the wire cutters here, and get back once we've got this good to go. Yeah, one thing I should have pointed out. Obviously the wire's red all over, so in order to make sure I'm going to wire this up right, I've chosen one of the wires, just marked it with a black permanent ink marker, and tracing it all the way back here. I know that it's the right hand side of this wire. Oops. So I'm just straightening out the wire here, following it down, keeping to the right hand side, and then what I'm going to do is, when I get to the end here, just take the same permanent marker and just highlight for myself that this is lining up. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. This way I'm not going to screw up and put the plug in upside down or back to front. Okay, now we've finished completing our wiring. I've put the black wire on the outside rail, the red wire on the inside rail. This feeds through the wire that was provided into the input side here of our loop module. Then on the back side, the output, same deal. I put the black wire onto the outside rail, the red wire onto the inside rail, and we should be good to run it as a test. So as per instructions, the first thing was that the power was disconnected while I did all that wiring. So we're just going to plug that back in. When we do, we should see that the light on the reverse loop module here should turn itself back on. So there we go. Signs are good so far. Now if I back up a bit, you can see here, so these points here would send us down through the loop. We'd come back out, we'd come down this set of points, come through the outside. So here's where the short circuit would occur if we didn't have the module installed. We would want to turn this set of points to send us up, and this other set of points. So now essentially we've created, if we didn't have the loop back or the brakes, a short circuit, because if you remember, this was the outside wire, this is positive, this is negative. If you follow it all around, then this becomes positive and this becomes negative, and we have a little problem in the middle here. So now with the module installed, let's run our DCC loco up and around. So we're coming in here, life is still good. We get to the point up there where we had installed our brake. Clearly it went round the brake no problem. And we're coming around, we're hitting the points now, and now we're facing in the opposite direction to travel than we'd had before. So mission accomplished. What I'm going to do now is take this temporary wiring I did. I'm going to actually solder the wires to the fish plate or the rail connector there and make it permanent. And just now need to buy one more module for the other side and we're good to go. Thanks for watching.